Many of you know that Layne Staley is one of my main influences and inspirations as a vocalist, and really as a vocal coach. And I was listening through to some live footage of an Alice in Chains song the other day and thought, I'd never really heard this line sung quite this way. And it encapsulated everything that I love about Layne's voice. And as I started playing around with my own voice in light of what I heard, I came up with this kind of cool exercise that really helped me moderate my compression. You'll never hear this line quite the same way after we go through this. Super cool, super helpful. If you'd like more help with your compression and distortion, you need the right foundation of support. And so before you attempt the exercise that I'm going to show you in this video, inspired by Layne Staley, please join my free course linked in the video description or the pinned comment and get a handle for how to use your air properly. Let's first listen to Layne talk just a little bit so that we can have some common ground with this godlike vocalizations we're about to hear.
How the fuck you doing, Seattle? It's great to be back. Such a warm welcome. Don't you guys have anything better to do? Didn't figure out you'd make it in the snow, but guess you did your best.
He is very static in terms of how he is using his voice when he speaks. A stark contrast to what we're about to hear, and a stark contrast to what we hear him do when he sings. But it's important to notice a few things about just how out of character he sounds when he talks. This is going to be huge for us adopting this exercise, this Layne Staley-based exercise.
I used to walk 6 miles barefoot in the snow.
I used to walk 6 miles barefoot in the snow. This isn't the Layne we know from singing.
Cool, you know that? Uphill! Uphill. Good answer. This next song is about pain.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Love, Hate, Love.
Now listen to how he plays with his voice over an improvised version of the hook as they're closing out this incredible performance. I've left a link in the description to the full performance of this concert. It's an absolutely amazing concert. But make a connection to what we heard in his very static speech voice to what we hear him do here. And then I'll unpack the exercise. Note the closing, the different posture as he's on that lower note versus, yeah, how open and, yes, compressed he is at the top. It's a completely different sound. Unlike talking, and unlike most of us do when we talk and sing. That's the difference with Layne, or one of the differences. He is so dynamic with how he places different notes in different parts of his range, and even different notes in the same part of his range. Again, a complete opposite or flip from what he does in his speech voice.
Love, hate, love.
And there's the crux of the exercise. Listen again. So we're going to start by adopting the placements in reverse. Somber, slightly swallowed straight. And now let's have sort of a conversation in this disposition. Let yourself get out of it so you don't tighten up and tense up in that one posture. And then go back to it. And then speak statically for a minute, statically. Take note of this sort of posture. Now, that's our grounding. That's our landing place. Now we're going to practice throwing our voice upward. Yeah! But we want to land with... We want to land there. The key here is we want to sound bratty. But we don't want to care about how it actually sounds in terms of quality, like good or bad. We just want to ground back in this sound, yeah. Love, hate, love. Notice there's very little curation happening up there. I'll try to do several different characters up there now. Love, hate, love. Love, hate, love. Just accept the little cracks and breaks that happen with your voice. Love, hate, love. Yeah. Most of what I'm doing the instant after I abandon up there is embracing accidents with my voice. I am abandoning, then I'm thinking compress, so hold back a little bit of air, letting my voice crack and do different things, and then returning to my grounding posture. What this does is it helps me to embrace the inconsistencies of my voice and exploit those as emotional expressions. This is what we hear Layne doing over and over again with his voice. It's thrown out there, it's abandoned into, and as he leans into what happens with his voice and embraces it, then grounds, the whole thing sounds like magic. But you'll never get there if you try to camp out in what we saw Layne doing with his talking. We have to find a grounded area of our singing voice. We have to abandon out of it! Yeah! And then return to the grounding. So, ground, abandon, ground. This is the exercise inspired by the end of this live performance of Love, Hate, Love by Layne Staley. I hope you found this helpful. Be sure to check out the many other videos I've done on Layne Staley, and please join my free course if you'd like help unlocking your voice in new ways. We'll see you for more.